guys, it's Katie.
And Steph.
And we're back for 2011 with your closet case. Steph just decided to join me.
Don't worry, I'm still on Fridays.
Yeah. But, I don't know. So, this week, hopefully you guys have watched Evan's video. And we're talking about how to become more proactive in our community. And I'm going to take that meaning to be not necessarily the LGBT community, but the community, the one that you're surrounded with every day. So whether that be a university or your family or a high school or middle school or wherever you guys are at, think about it more of like the 20-mile circumference. So I guess I'll hit on. So one of the things that I think is really prevalent in high school hallways and I've heard in the university is the word faggot, used derogatory. And for me it's been a challenge to develop the balance of when do I go in and try and change that behavior of whoever's saying that, especially if it's a stranger. How do you deal with that? And for me, I guess the best way to start is like with your closest of your close. If you have like a sibling that calls you or their friends, a faggot or a homo, maybe just tell them, siblings are hard because you kind of joke around or you don't really sit each other down for serious things most of the time, but if you can just like sit them down and let them know, how you're feeling and that even if they don't mean anything by it, and even if you aren't personally offended, that you should be offended that they're using that in a derogatory manner. And the same thing goes with your friends. Usually if you just make it casual, I think is the biggest thing. Don't make a huge deal out of it. Don't make it like a...
Don't like yell at them, because that doesn't really help either.
I think it's the new generation of retard, in all honesty, and I think a lot of people don't realize that, some people are offended by that word. And so I think if you kind of mention it to them, then they are more, I think, cognizant of when they say it. And maybe if you just remind them, like, hey, and, if you're trying to, like, tell them, think of a better alternative. I mean, if they need to insult someone.
Yeah.
Because I think,
a lot of people don't realize what they're saying when they say it. And, like, in all honesty, like, even I've slipped up a couple times and I've said, like, that's so gay. Like, I mean, it's not good, and you definitely shouldn't say that. But, like, everybody slips up saying those kinds of things. And a lot of times people don't realize what they're saying unless you point it out to them.
There's a few words, in the vocabulary, I think, that just kind of come and go in certain stages of your life. And I think right now, like, saying a lot of those words is just kind of like that come and go situation. And to make it to the level of, like, when you walk down the hallway or, you hear on campus someone yelling across the way, dude, you're such a faggot, like, you can't be like, don't use that word, I mean, because then you just get bad stares, and that is not helpful. But I think if you just keep it at, like, the closest circle with your siblings, and, if you think it's effective with your friends, then maybe persuade your friends to tell their friends. It's kind of like the ripple effect, but that's all I really want to hit on now, so that way everyone else can get a chance to take that into their own terms.
So to sum that up, Evan yesterday talked about being more proactive in like your high school community, like being part of the GSA, that kind of thing. So that's focusing on that kind of thing. Katie is more focusing on watching your language. So those are 2 things you guys can walk away with. And hopefully the rest of the week will have other tips and tricks. And
also, we are asking you creative minds out there if you guys have an idea for a new logo, a new background, even if you guys want to get all fancy with the intro. We know you guys watch us, and so if you think you guys have a cool idea, if you have a little bit of free time on your Photoshop or iMac movie.
Because I bet there are a ton of creative people out there.
If you're watching YouTube videos, you have time. I mean, honestly.
I mean, we have time because we're making YouTube videos.
So, if not, fine, whatever.
But we know you have some kind of skill and talent that we don't, and we would love it if you made us some kind of intro or logo or background.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's it. And remember, comment if you have an idea other than an intro. Or if you guys have an idea for our channel, what we can do different. Then let us know. It's a new year, and we look forward to seeing it through with you guys. So I will see you guys next week, and you'll see stuff on Friday.
You
Bye.
guys better watch.
Say bye.
Bye.
Bye.